In this video, we will cover how to install and configure IISLogs 4.0 on a server configured with UAC enabled. UAC is short for User Account Control. It is an added security feature that was introduced in Windows Server 2008 and has become more popular, especially with the release of 2012 and most recently R2. So the first thing we need to do is we have a test server here. It's running a fresh install of 2012 R2 with the web server role installed. And one additional component that I would like to just make sure that is required of IISLogs is the IS6 Metabase compatibility role service that provides the capability to dynamically add sites. As every time IISLogs runs, it could read the local metabase, and it uses this feature. So we just wanted to put that as a FYI. So the first thing we need to do is go to the site and download IISLogs 4.0. For this demonstration, we are going to use the standalone console app. That is a standalone exe that you would schedule with like Task Scheduler or your company's scheduler program. You also could use the service version. So just download that here and we'll save it. And we'll open up the folder and we'll go ahead and extract it out. Now within the zip file there is 4 files: the setup file and the MSI, which we'll run in a moment. There's a README file that contains quite a bit of information in here related to UAC. There is an article that we have written that covers the error that generally gets reported when someone's trying to install and they haven't enabled the compatibility registry entries. So just wanted to highlight that article. Within the other file here is the actual registry compatibility file, so we'll go ahead and extract that. Notice there are 3 files here. One is a README file that contains the article that I previously mentioned, and it also has a article how to back up your registry. We definitely encourage you to follow this process on a VM or a test machine before you deploy this in your production environment. So each version of IISLogs has slightly different registry entries. So we're using the EXE version, so we'll run this one. If you run the service one, you would just run this one. So we'll go ahead and right click on here, we'll go merge, and click this here, we'll click run. Now it's just asking if we want to add it to the registry. Are you sure? And we'll just say yes. And it just prompts us that it's successfully added. Now I went to the location where these registry entries are added, and this shows you that there are 2 entries, one for the EXE, which executes and compresses the files, and IISLogs GUI, which is the UI interface that you use to configure IISLogs. So first thing we'll need to do is go ahead and we have to go back to the install. So come over here and let's run through the setup here real quick. We'll just take the defaults and we'll click agree, next, click close. Now IISLogs is installed, but it needs to be configured. And we do have articles that go into more in-depth configuration that are covered in other videos, but just to show you, in this case we'll do IISLogs GUI, and this will launch. We need to select the config file and we'll click open. Now since this is the first time it's been run, the easy configuration screen will query the local server and return all of the sites that are configured. Now on our test machine we only have one site, So we will go ahead and click next. We'll say we're going to configure this one and we'll save it. Now we're going to walk through some basic settings and we'll just take the defaults. We'll just, for now, just to show you that we'll get through the install without any errors. And we'll click finish. Now at this point you are ready to run and execute the IISLogs with UAC enabled. If you did not have the registry entries, you would receive an error that it can't write to the default install location, and so we'll make a change here and say we'll just enable this and we'll save it. If UAC is enabled and you didn't run the registry entries, you would not be able to perform this operation. So thank you for your time, and we hope this helps get you up and running with UAC enabled in your environment. If you have any questions, you can contact us at info@iislogs.com. Thank you.